Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
I just wanna rock. Body out of y'all.
Damn.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time to sit up. Stand up, they don't show my seat. Inside. And you better choose wisely.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Sees his man along the sideline. That's Slayton with it. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at this Eagle defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
They're always up for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Hardman on a return. A big kick there. We'll call it 6 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. The Eagles entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And they only scored 7 points in their last game, and that's absolutely not going to cut it in the NFL because points, they have to be scored in order to win. They've got to find a way to generate some more offense.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's Dart. He's got Slayton on the slant. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
and the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 14-yard line.
Now Dart. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tracy trying the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun, Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away.
Andrew Makuba on the coverage.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep down the field. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dart. That ball caught by Slayton. And And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Throwing his dart. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw now, Dart. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So here's a 3rd and 14.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
Dart. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Hurts completing this one quickly. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We're already on to Week 6 of the National Football League regular season. A lot of interesting matchups to look forward to this weekend, including the big one on Sunday night. I'll go ahead and say it. Possible.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Well, these two offensive coordinators, they've likely been busy during the break. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Throwing, dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Backwards, now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up the throw. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is caught. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Touchdown, Eagles. Albert Okwuegbunam taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
18-yard line.
In motion, Slayton. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillendown. The drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And they'll come out now in an empty backfield. 5 receivers split out, 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught well on the left side. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still 1st down.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They're unable to connect, contact, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
At the 37-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for.
4 yards. That's good for a Giants.
From the gun, Dart. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on Dart to throw on 4th down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3, and hopefully for them a touchdown. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and he's going to lead to 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before. We've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now remember, this one is not over. But with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession. But when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown will win it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a